When the doctor told him he had 6 months to live, Brian Wallach decided to take an LOS with every breath.
Yeah, 4 years later, the work is paying off with promising new treatments as he expands his mission to help more than 5,000 Americans who are diagnosed every year with what many know as Lou Gehrig's disease. And here's WGN's Sean Lewis.
This is a story about a dreaded diagnosis and a glimmer of hope. Billy Whitty never planned to be bound by this chair, not by a long shot.
I've had better days, but life is still here.
Russ, let's go, come on, finish.
Billy built his career as a personal trainer.
Mr. Physical.
Yeah, I miss that a lot.
Working for years to build health in others and himself.
Always took care of myself, physically, ate well, and yeah, it was a good feeling.
Those good feelings continued even 2 years ago on a beach with his love, Alexa.
We got married February 22nd, 2020 on the beach in Cancun, surrounded by friends and family. It was lovely, our toes in the sand, no shoes needed, exactly what we wanted. And then life fell apart.
We were just sitting around playing games on the laptop, and Alexa noticed my arm was twitching. Never thought anything of it. Then that was in March, and moving to August, we were sitting at the island eating, and she noticed my whole shoulder blade and my back started twitching pretty fiercely. I talked to some doctors. I was dismissed. People didn't believe me. They thought it was all in my head, and I had to go home and meditate. So for another 6 months, that's what I tried to do, and the symptoms got worse, and so I pursued other options. Had another physical examination, another EMG, an MRI on the brain and the neck, and on May 19th is when he came in and told me I had ALS. I was shocked, but I went numb.
Before that moment came this. The Ice Bucket Challenge in 2014. Billy took part just like so many of us did, and that was about as much as Billy and Alexa knew about his new diagnosis.
There was nowhere to go from there. Where do we go? What do we do? This isn't something you hear about every day, and it's not something that there is a clear path of treatment or a plan for the future. You're just kind of out there floating. Okay.
Alone and scared.
Can you help me help Brian turn a little?
It's also what Brian Wallach felt 4.5 years ago when, at 37 years old, this former White House counsel with 2 young kids.
We'll each do one side.
And his wife Sandra, whom he met on the campaign trail in 2008, received the same diagnosis.
And Brian said the doctor thinks that I have ALS or Lou Gehrig. And of course, I first thought about Ice Bucket, and I thought, okay, that raised a lot of money. Things must be better. There must be treatments. That's not so bad, right? And Brian said it is. He told me that I might have 6 months left to live.
Time is never on the side of those living with ALS. Upwards of 5,000 Americans are diagnosed every year. Many of them are given less than a year to live.
It takes away their ability to move, to talk, to eat, and ultimately to breathe. I thought, how can people receive this news every day and not have any hope? That is wrong.
Today, Sandra, who has always had Brian's back in life, is now also, in many ways, his voice.
You have to realize that, as I often say to Sandra, that you are stuck with me for a while.
The progression of ALS for Brian has robbed him of being able to speak what's on his still very active mind.
My name is Brian Wallach.
In 2019, Brian began his new mission. He and Sandra started I Am ALS. It's a nonprofit advocating for patients.
ALS, like cancer, can and does affect anyone.
And testifying before Congress to increase federal funding for ALS research.
I realized that that was the best thing I could do. is to leverage our superpowers and to use that to put good into the world.
Not all superheroes wear capes, and that can certainly be said for these two.
Brian is a friend. Brian is a hero. Brian is the best motivator I ever run into on and off any sports field.
Congressman Mike Quigley knows the power Brian and Sandra hold together. He was the lead sponsor for the Act for ALS bill, investing $100 million a year in new research, cutting red tape for clinical trials, and providing wider access to therapies.
Tens of thousands of ALS patients have been waiting just for this moment.
The congressman credits Brian and Sandra and I Am ALS for building support in Washington.
This bill has more bipartisan co-sponsors than any bill in this Congress. It's the most extraordinary thing I've witnessed in politics, and I've been in it for 40 years.
God willing, we're going to make real progress.
In December, President Biden signed that bill into law, a moonshot, they called it, to find a cure for neurodegenerative disease.
I think what's most exciting is I think some of the research that this will create for ALS is going to help us understand and help solve the puzzle for Parkinson's, for Alzheimer's, for MS, and things we can't even imagine. What we need is imagination, inspiration, and resources. I think this bill creates all of those.
What we've been able to do in the last 4 years is to provide hope to thousands of others.
One of those
This was tough.
is Billy Whitty,
Yeah, I know.
who Brian and Sandra had a chance to talk with.
And I know the feelings you're feeling. They happen to all of us. It's okay.
To spread hope, to feel not alone.
And they understand what it feels like.
And that's been the most important thing that we've looked for.
You have to keep fighting. There's always hope. You know, it's only a matter of time before they find a cure.
We have made amazing progress. And we are so close. But we need the rest of the world to join with us to make the hope real.
And with the Act for ALS now signed into law, Brian and Sandra have focused on a new mission called Synapticure, a first-of-its-kind one-stop shop for ALS patients and their families to bring all of the best resources under one roof and help those battling ALS. Sean Lewis, WGN News.
Our best to them and all those suffering from ALS.